Hi there guys, Sean here from 5 Star Marine, here today with our COVID manager, Guide Nut. You got it, we've got another rules update. So the governor come out with an order that was published yesterday, and we've been scouring through the order in the last few hours and talking to the Marine Department about how this order affects your ability to get out on tour. So there are a lot of changes, and the good news is whether you're a domestic customer, so you're a local here in Phuket, or you're a Sandbox customer, the rules have just become a lot easier for you to go out on day tours to locations like Phi Phi or even Phang Nga Bay. So let's start first with your domestic customer. So in our last update nut, we told everybody who was a domestic customer that the only places that they could visit was Coral, Maiton and Russia, because these are inside of province. But with the new order as it reads today, and we understand it, domestic customers who are fully vaccinated are able to go out to Phi Phi or even Phang Nga Bay. So you want to just give a quick briefing of what we see the rules being right now for a domestic customer looking to go to Phi Phi or Phang Nga Bay.
Okay, if you are the domestic customer, if you want to go out to like Phi Phi or Phang Nga Bay, so what you need to do, you have to do the COVID test from Phuket to go up to Phang Nga Bay, and then you can use that one to return back to Phuket. And the same with Phi Phi Island, so you have to test just one COVID test from Phuket and then go up to Phi Phi and then come back in one day, so you can do that now.
So people might think that that's not a big rule change, but if you've been following along with us, traditionally what we'd have to do, and we actually did this last week, you have to test from Phuket, and then you come out and do your day trip at Phi Phi, and while you're doing your day trip at Phi Phi, you have to test again and then come back to Phuket. So what they've done now is cut out this second test. We don't have to do a test out at Phi Phi, so we can use the test that's issued from Phuket to enter Phi Phi and then return back to Phuket. Now, our understanding as it stands right now is that test can be an RT-PCR test or an antigen test. And those antigen tests are actually a lot cheaper to get here in Phuket. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to get out there and see Phi Phi. And honestly, Phi Phi is just so stunning right now. I was on the boat out there the other day, and you'll see some footage. And I guarantee you, Phi Phi's never looked that beautiful before, right, Nuts? So while we're talking here, just also to clarify, Phang Nga Bay is the same now as well. So the other day we did go to Phang Nga Bay, and you might have seen a video about it where we went from Phuket and we tested at Yel Noi, and then we did the Phang Nga tour, and then we come back. Okay, this is no longer necessary. You can do the test in Phuket, go out and do the Phang Nga Bay tour, and then come back on the same test. So that's the biggest change for domestic customers. So it's news flash, yes, Phi Phi and Phang Nga is open to domestic customers, okay? So the rules, and the graphic's gonna go up now, and the rules are really quite simple. First, you need to be fully vaccinated. Second, we need to have your COVID test within 72 hours of the day that you travel. Third, we need you to register with us to go on tour 6 hours before you go on tour, because we have to get permission for you both from the National Park Department, the local Marine Department, and also the Marine Department of where we're going to as well. We need a copy of your passport so that we can then use that for registration purposes. And if you are a domestic customer, in your passport is going to be a stamp proving that you are a domestic customer, and that's all we need to get you out. And if you are going out, you can leave out from Phuket Boat Lagoon, no need to go out through the Sandbox Pier at Shillong. So that's how it stands with domestic customers. Now let's talk about the interesting one. A lot of those customers who have come across through the Sandbox program have been a little bit upset that they're not allowed to go out and tour around Phi Phi or Phang Nga Bay. But there's been also another big rule change about that. So over to you, Nut, first for the explanation of what the new rule is, and then I'll try and clarify as well.
Okay, so right now it's the new rule for Sandbox 7. If you are the Sandbox 7+7, so the new rules come up, so you can do the one-day trips on the day 8. And same, you have to do the fully vaccine and COVID test. But the thing that's extra, if you are not the domestic, you have to bring your transfer form to do the one-day trip for Phi Phi or Phang Nga Bay. and then you can do the one-day trips if you are Sandbox 7+7 on the day 8.
So this is what the transfer form looks like. This is going to come from your hotel. Your hotel can issue this to you not on day 6, not on day 5, but after your 7th night of stay you can get this form. This form then can be used in conjunction with the other paperwork we require to head out to Phi Phi or into Phang Nga Bay. So, if you are a Sandbox traveler and you have entered Phuket on the 7+7 model, you can now day trip to Phi Phi or Phang Nga. I'm going to put up the graphic now so you can see the rules, and again it's very, very similar to domestic customers. Okay, so if you would like to go out to Phi Phi or Phang Nga, firstly you need to be fully vaccinated. Second, you need to register with us 6 hours prior to you going on tour so we can get the relevant permission. Third, you need a COVID test within 72 hours. Now the upside is if you're a Sandbox customer, you've already done a COVID test on day 5 or day 6, and you can use that COVID test to leave the province and then come back. And maybe you're staying longer than 7 days and you want to use your 12 or 13-day COVID test to go. This is now completely possible. You don't need to go and get an additional COVID test. All right. So once we've got your COVID test result as well, we need a copy of your passport, a copy of your Mochana, and a copy of your transfer form. Now, if you don't know how to do all of this, feel free to contact us here or any operator on the island. We're happy to help you get out and explore Phi Phi and Phang Nga Bay while you're visiting. So the order is quite long and quite thick. So we've been translating and going backwards and forwards and talking through the rules. Obviously, until someone actually goes out and does this tour, things are set in Word. But as for the actual practice of how it's going to happen, we have to get that out there and do it. So we were out actually in Phi Phi and Phang Nga Bay last week with Sandbox customers who were on the 15th day of their stay. And they loved it. It's really beautiful out there. The footage that we got out there, the experiences, even a great review we got on TripAdvisor from someone who said a once-in-a-lifetime experience to explore the Phang Nga National Park with literally no one there. So these are the rules updated as they stand right now today. I'm sure you're going to see another video soon with some more new rules. So if you would like, these rules come into play, and I think I'm correct in saying on the 8th of September, this is when it starts. So between now and the 8th of September, we stick with the old rules. But as of the 8th of September forward, we're in these new rules, which is, again, breaking news. On the 8th day forward, as long as you can get one of these transfer forms, you can jump on out to Phi Phi or Phang Nga. If you're a domestic customer, you can go out to Phi Phi or Phang Nga at any time as long as you're fully vaccinated and you have a negative COVID test. So that's it from Nut and I today. Thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully we're going to see you out there at Phi Phi or Phang Nga in a very near future.